Hey, I don't know if anybody's out there or not, and I'll have to take a look at the chat. Put something in the chat if you're out there. I'm just out here piddling around testing some tech gear, microphones and video cameras and internet connection and all that kind of stuff. And there's a couple of projects I wanted to run today, and I thought, well, I've got the laser distraction live stream coming up, so this would be a good opportunity to kind of test some of this stuff out and get all the mistakes out of the way now. So here we are. Let's see. It looks like we've got a couple people over there. Kurt's here. How you doing, Kurt? JR's here. Hey, JR. Sean's here. Good morning. Robin's in the house. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just out here piddling. Testing some stuff. Ooh, I got to move that camera back. Hold on. I've been moving this thing around. That might work there. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I had a bunch of problems with stupid microphone. This one. And the Yeti last week, although it wasn't a problem with the Yeti, it was stupidity on my part. I think what was happening was the crappy audio was coming from somehow the mic on that webcam got kicked in, and I never used the mic from a webcam. So anyway, I've decided to throw this thing in the trash. I'm not even dealing with that anymore. I've done a few tests, and this will be another one. To see how this mic picks up. This is my Blue Yeti. It's connected with the cable, but I've got the setting and all, and as long as I don't wander off too far, I think you'll be able to hear me okay. So let's see. Sean says sounds good. Sounds terrific. Okay, well, I don't know about terrific because I know it's always echoey out here in the shop, but I don't ever try to correct that because it is a shop. It's not a studio; it's a shop. So that's how I think about it. So, all right, let me go ahead and bring this other camera in here. I got a couple little Valentines projects that I wanted to try to run. I got them off of one of those websites. I think both of these came from that me.com website. I think that's where I got these. But one of them is just the heart-shaped box. And of course, I have adjusted it just a little bit, adjusted the scale. So hopefully it'll work with the material I'm trying to use. But we will see. That's one of the reasons why I'm out here doing this, is to kind of check that stuff too. So let me get the share screen over here too. You can see that this is one of them. It's just nothing but just a simple little heart-shaped box, and of course it's got the live edge or living edge. I don't know what they call that. The flex edge, so that you can bend it around and get it. So I don't have any idea if this is going to work, if it's going to fit or not, but here I am trying it. So, and I figured, what the heck? I'll go live while I'm out here. Maybe somebody will get something out of watching this. So anyway, I have already done the frame, and you can see it framing there. It should fit in the material okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start as soon as I get my fan turned on. Turn on the lasers. Already checked the focus, so we should be good to go. So let's hit it, see what happens. me adjust that camera just a little bit more. I think that's a little better. Now I can watch it and keep an eye on the chat here. Looks like we got about a dozen or so people hanging out here. That's pretty cool. John Thompson's in the house. How you doing, John? Let's see. Jerry's in the house. How you doing, Jerry? I saw your beast you got in there. Pretty excited for you, man. Can't wait to see what you do with that thing. I bet you're going to be making some awesome stuff with it. Sean says, must be the new PC. Everything is nice and smooth. Yeah, I think, I thought everything was going to be cool last week, and then I had those problems, and I went back and watched it, and I thought, oh, good Lord, I can't believe, if it had been me watching it, I would have left because it was that bad. In fact, I couldn't even hardly watch it. I kept grabbing the slider and moving it over to see, does it get better? Does it get better? And now it just seemed to get worse. So that was a terrible live stream, and I thought, this is it. I'm not doing this anymore. So I've made some big changes out here. One of them just a few minutes ago. You probably heard me talk about this. I have had some Cat 5 cable running from my router around my office, down my hallway, and out this door right here behind me. I do that off and on for years. I'd roll it up, and then when I get ready to do a live stream, I'd unroll it again. And that's how I've been dealing with it. And yesterday, I think it was, or maybe it was Monday. I can't remember what day it was. But anyway, I have had this 100-foot, I think it's actually 144-foot roll of Cat 6 outdoor cable. It's the kind where you can just lay it on the ground or string it up in the air, but you don't have to bury it or anything. It's made for outdoors. And that's what I have running to my other shop out there. But I just never have ran that. So the other day I thought, today's the day. I got that and run it down through the floor in my office. Then went around to the crawl space. And yeah, this old man is getting too old to bend over and wobble around in a crawl space. I about died afterwards, but I got that cable run through. It's coming through over here by the door, and I'm pointing like you can see me, and I'm not even in the picture. So. But anyway, took my 3D printer last couple of days. I've made some clips. So I've got it all kind of clipped up. It's still nothing fancy, but the way my camera angles are, you'll never see it. And now I've got the cable all out of the way. I won't trip over it in the house or out here in the shop. And it should provide a really strong signal. In fact, I did the spectrum speed test the other day, and it was like, I don't know, 460 down and 22 up or something like that. So I'm getting all I'm paying for now. So in the office and out here. So looking forward to some improved live streams. Now, if I can, just keep checking this mic every time and make sure that that it didn't get moved to a different microphone, because I could have sworn I was using that one, but I think it was just had the light lit up because it was plugged in, so it was getting the USB power, but it isn't the actual mic it was using, and that's what messed me up. So Robin says, all right, good question, Kurt. He says, what are the specs on your laser, bed size, and watts? I can answer that question. Let me come over here. This is an Omtech laser. The model number is AF2435-80, which means that it is a autofocus Although I'll tell you about that in a little bit. I don't use the autofocus part because I have the lens kit from American Photonics, so I don't even use the autofocus part. It does give me the ability to raise and lower the bed with a push of a button, so that's really the only big deal about it for me. The 2435 means that it's approximately, the bed size is approximately 24 inches by 35 inches. Or if you're used to millimeters, that's 600 by 900 millimeters. And then the dash 80 simply means that it's an 80-watt laser. So that is all the specs. And since you mentioned it, Kurt, I am an affiliate for Omtech. So I do have all kinds of links down below in the description if you'd like to check one of these out. And you can get 5% off of your whole order if you order from Omtech and use, use the link, one of my links, and definitely use this coupon code, Dave Gatton 5 off. So that'll get you 5% off. A bunch of people here lately have been taking advantage of that. So pretty excited about that. And let's see what else we got over here in the comments. Jerry says, I just cut my Cat 5 in the shop to get my laser in. Yeah. Jerry says the AF. And tell them why you know that, Jerry. Tell them why you know exactly what I'm running here. Let's see. There's the answer. He just got that laser in his shop, the exact same one I have. Although I have to say his is prettier because mine got a little bit dented up in transit. So I'm a little bit jealous because when I saw your picture, Jerry, yours looked awesome. No banged up stuff or nothing. So pretty cool. Steve's in the house. How you doing, Steve? We're just fiddling around with some laser beams today. James says, I'm about to pull the trigger on that very unit. Well, if you are, James, I certainly would appreciate it if you'd use one of my links and my coupon code. Doesn't cost you, it doesn't cost you a thing to use mine, but I sure would appreciate it. Let's see. Jerry says, you know what that size means, Dave? I will redo my R2D2 frame parts on my laser. Oh yeah, he would probably be rolling this month. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, Jerry, it is when I first started talking to Omtech about getting this laser, I couldn't even shut my mind off. I kept thinking of all these cool things I could do. But I have to admit, it's even worse once you get one. Because once you start making a few things, then it's like, oh man, now I just thought of it. I can't keep up with everything. I have folders on both of these computers of projects, and I'll see something cool. I'll grab a screenshot with my phone, and then I'll look it up on my desktop computer in the office and, create the files or find the files if it's from one of those websites like I mentioned earlier. And, I have so many projects lined up, I'll never get to. I won't live long enough to run them all. But I'm going to try. That's why I'm out here. When I came out here today to string this wire up or this cable, I thought, well, once I get that fixed, I need to test it out because I'm going to be doing the Laser Distractions live stream tonight at 8:30 p.m. So I need to make sure I get all the bugs worked out of this. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'll just go live right here. And if anybody wants to come hang out with me, they can. It looks like we've got about 15 or so people hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And if you have to leave, that's okay. It won't hurt my feelings. I know it's, what is it here? It's 12:45, so everybody's probably got better things to do. in the middle of the day than watch this. But I'm just a piddling. James says, I sure will, especially since you are a Georgia guy. All right. Awesome. Didn't realize you were a Georgia guy. Jerry says, I've already got too many files and projects on the list, but laser, CNC, 3D printer, Cricut, regular stuff. I will not be bored until I drop. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the way I look at it. You know, I certainly don't have much of a social life, so out here piddling around and running this stuff, you know, that's my entertainment. So it's kind of fun. And like I said, Jerry, I'm so excited for you to get that thing and get it in your shop and start making some cool stuff. Hey, I was just walking around there to check. I think I heard the chiller kick on, so I wanted to check the water temperature. It got pretty cold. I think it got down to about 37 outside, and of course, you know, since I've insulated this garage door, I've had good luck with it not getting super cold in here. I think it was about 55 or so. I do have my little heater running that's more for me, not for the laser. Of course, I'm wearing my little fleece Alabama Crimson Tide thing here, so maybe it'll stay plenty warm out here. Yeah, Jerry's going to have to run. All right, yeah. Quesadilla and back to work, yep. It says, I do have a laser in the shop, CNC, sand carving, etc. But this past holiday season, the sublimation was the huge sell. Yeah, I run in spells where I get into something and I'm thinking, well, you know, if I see something that looks cool, I go ahead and try it. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys that go, I never did get around to doing that. I want to try to do as many different things as I can. And so I got a vinyl cutter and a heat press and started doing some sublimation on wood and MDF and stuff. And the bad thing I did, though, was I had I can't remember the model number, but I think it was an Epson printer. I believe it was Epson. That it was one of those where you can buy it, and then as long as you don't put the ink that comes with it in it, you can turn it into a sublimation printer by using sublimation ink. And I did that, and it worked great. But then I went quite a while without using it, and then I went to use it again, and all the nozzles and stuff were clogged up. So I still haven't dealt with that. By the way, for those who might be wondering, this should take about 19 minutes and 56 seconds. It's been running about 14 so far. Let's see here. John says, what is the weight of that unit? I think you can probably find all the specs. I want to say, because it's been a while since I've looked at it, I want to say that after I got it off the crate, and if Jerry's still here, that should be fresher in his mind. He might know. But I want to say the net weight, once you get it done and off the crate, I think it's about 421 pounds. For some reason, that number kind of pops in my head. But it's heavy. it is definitely heavy. And I had to, well, of course, the guy with the lift gate and the pallet jack wheeled it right in here, but then I had to do all the rest of it. And I show taking the crate apart in a video, but I don't show myself wheeling it off of the crate itself. I was afraid if I tried to video that, there'd be too much colorful language, so I didn't try to film that part. But I had to take a long 2x4. No, actually, I used a piece of rectangle tubing that I had laying around, and use that as leverage to lift it up and just kind of move it a little, and then set it down and move that lever over and lift up and move it, you know. So I had to do it that way to get it off the crate. And of course, once you get it off of the crate and put it on the casters, you can roll it around real easy. James says, did I get a rotary unit? I have not yet purchased one, James. I'm just having so much fun playing with it like this, cutting stuff and making different kind of things. I have thought about a rotary unit, and I'd like to get one at some point, but I'm not really in any hurry to do that. I'm kind of, and in fact, the more I look at and I don't mean to knock any of them because they're all probably pretty good, but the more I look at them, the more I think, man, those things are really expensive for what they are. So I'm not so sure that I won't try to just make my own. You know, it's really no different than making a rotary like you do for a CNC router. So, I mean, it's a little different because you're putting cups and, you know, you have to make these different attachments, wheels and stuff to get all that stuff to work with it. But I mean, as far as the basic mechanical stuff and the electrical stuff with the stepper motor and all, you know, I think, you know, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this if any of those guys watch this video, but I think a lot of times they try to make it sound like it's way more technical than it is, just so they can sell you one of theirs. And a lot of people that have a laser, you know, they're all into doing the tumblers and that kind of thing, and they don't want to mess around with learning any of that stuff, so they just want something that works. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I'm not saying I won't buy one, but I'm really been thinking about just designing my own. Let's see. There's a question. Ray says some makers use blue tape on the cutout area to remove the burn marks. Does it really work? Yeah, I think it does. I don't use it just because I don't want to fool with having to peel it off. And all the stuff I'm making, as far as the say burn marks, you know, you'll get a little bit of stuff, but a little sandpaper will knock it off. And I'm just doing, you know, I'm not out here running production, so I'm not concerned about, you know, getting everything all pristine looking because I'm going to sell it to somebody. I'm just out here peeling around making stuff for myself. So. Yeah, Sean says, Ray, yes, it does, but you don't need to use blue tape. Yeah, you can just use regular old masking tape for that stuff. I've seen people do that a lot. Hey, Alan, how you doing? I'm just out here peeling around. Glad you stopped by. Yeah, I think he's talking about the rotaries, ones on Thingiverse. Yeah, those don't really impress me either. So, but you know, I've got all kinds of equipment to design and make my own. So, don't know for sure if that's what I'm going to do, but it's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. I think this thing, if All right, it's 19. It just passed 19 minutes and 56 seconds. According to the clock on the machine itself, it took 3 seconds longer than what Lightburn said to run this. So now now we get to see if any of this fits together. Everybody does see the back of my head. I was thinking about that when I'm rewatching this stuff. I'm like, I would love to see the back of my head too. All right, let's see if this works. Yeah. I can throw this brown paper on here to really help the camera focus. So, yeah, and I see there's a lot of burn marks on the bottom side. Not too bad on this side, but I'm really not worrying about that. I'm just running this kind of as a test. I don't even know if this is going to fit. Because be a snooty. Well, I have to get my display out. I don't really want to beat on that. So, oh yeah, it just needed a little persuasion. Well, I didn't do too bad. Let's see if this. Oh, wow, this size won't fit. A little better. Guess I might have to get out of it. I can see myself blanking. If anybody's made one of these, knows that I put them together in the wrong order, something let me know. I don't have a clue. It looks like it's want to fit pretty good. Okay, let's see. Okay, that part looks pretty good. I think I was hoping I would be able to stick this together before, but I keep wanting to pop loose here, so I may have to go ahead and think that's going to let you know that it's good enough fit. Yeah, I put that on the wrong side. I should have put that around. But yeah, when I glue it up, I think it's going to these actually stretch a little. So put the glue on. Oops. Yeah, all right. Well, that's project one that you got to witness. I think, we'll call that a success. This is what we're doing. Floors, we try to get this stuff back apart. I put the good side on. I think that'll work. Makes a nice size shape. Park box for your sweetie. If you got one. Or if you don't have one, maybe where we get one. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's still hanging here. Hey, random audio guy series. It's nice to see you in the laser world. I went from an industrial artesian 408 CNC to a Laguna laser EXC. Loving the laser world myself too. I have liked lasers for a long time because, you know, if most of you know, if you've been following me for a while, I'm an old sheet metal guy. I used to work at job shops, and that's what I did, design sheet metal assemblies and stuff like that. And in my early days, I'm going way back now, I used punch presses like turret presses. So most of you people probably won't even know what I'm talking about. But towards the latter half of my career, we were always doing everything with lasers. Big lasers. Cutting, you know, up to 1 inch thick steel in some places. So, let's see here. It says it looks great. Yeah, I think, I'm going to clean it up a little. That was just the test fit. So I clean it up a little and try to get some of those burn marks off of it. And get a little CA glue, and hopefully I don't mess that up. But I think it'll go together pretty good. It didn't seem like it was, some things you get and you go to put them together and it's like you need about 6 hands, and I'm like, I don't have that. So anyway, let's see. Steve says that heart would make a cool little box if you cut a lid out of one side. Okay. Dave Grouse is in the house. Let's see. It looks like we've got about 17 people here according to StreamYard. Alice says, I made one similar to this for Linda for 51st anniversary this Sunday. Yeah. Congratulations on her putting up with you that long, Alan. That's quite an accomplishment, I must say. All right, let me come back here to my light burn. And the other thing I was going to try to run was this one. And I don't know why they call it a casket Valentine box. But I'm going to try to run that next. Let's see here. My mouse going here. Mary Mallard's in the house. How you doing, Mary? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting some good weather up there in the Danville area. All right, so this is the next one I'm going to run. I thought this was kind of a cool little box. And again, this website, let me show that website again. I can get my mouse to cooperate. Both of these projects you're watching come from this website. I don't think I have links in the description. You'll just have to copy that down, or I can copy it, put it in the chat if anybody wants it. But that's where both of these come from. And it seems like all of them on this website are made out of 3mm material. And I don't have any. So when I highlight this with this ruler, you'll see over here, where it says width and height. So if I come over here, it says that height is 0.1417, which if I change this to millimeters and then do it, you'll see that it's 3.6 millimeters is the height. It was 3, so I had to scale everything to get it to 3.6 because that's the material I'm using. I use the 5/32 pure bond plywood that I buy from Home Depot. I might have a link for that in the description if anybody wants to check that out. I just ordered through Home Depot. It comes drop shipped from Columbia Forest Products in North Carolina. So it doesn't have far to get to me. I usually get a box in a couple of days. So, and I usually order 3 or 4 boxes at a time. So, all right, let me back over here and we will get ready to fire this up. I'm going to leave it on that so you don't have to look at the back of my head while I put a new blank in. Okay, I've got another blank put in there, so I'm going to frame that now and see if I'm looking okay. Yeah, that should fit. For those who are maybe new or don't know that much about light burn, that's what I've got in the you see this red box going around here, that's the 12x19 blank that I'm using. So that way I can put it on there. I know my origin's right there on the corner. I can make sure everything's going to fit. And then all I have to do is frame it and make sure it stays right on the inside of that wood, and I'm good. So, all right, let's get ready to hit go on this one. Got David from Core Woodworks is in the house. How you doing, Dave? Old buddy Paul's in the house. How about it, Paul? What's going on? Normally don't see me this time of day. Normally I'm out here just pedaling around by myself, but I wanted to test some internet connection stuff, some microphone stuff and all that. And I figured what better way to test than just go live while I'm out here pedaling around. So all right, let's hit go on this and see what happens here. Let's see, take a look real quick. It's gonna take only about 11 minutes to do this one. So there we go. I'll let it take off. This one's got a lot more pieces, so I hope I can figure out how to get it put together. It's actually supposed to have this part right here. It cuts it in two, and then you glue this half over here and this half over here. And it actually makes some doors or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably have to go back and look at the picture. But this is another project from that same website right there. Yeah, I watched some of that, Robin. I saw that. I think you kind of called it hiding your crap or something, right? Is that what? In the title. That's why it caught my attention. I thought, well, I need to learn how to do that. Yeah, it looks like this isn't going to take too long at all to run. Yeah. All right, just to do another sound check. Is the mic staying okay, consistent? No garbly stuff? Shouldn't be any at all now, but sometimes if it gets that way and it's only for just a second, nobody says anything, and then I catch it later when I go back and watch it. Trying to get all these little funky issues worked out where, like I said, I've just kind of decided that even though it's nice to have a mic on you, a wireless mic, so that it gets you when you're walking around and the volume stays consistent, it's not any good if it, you turn with your back to the thing and now the signal's not in direct line of sight and all that kind of stuff. So I just figured I'll just stick with this good old Yeti. I've had this thing since the beginning when I started doing lives back in the day on the old Google Hangout. So it's been around. I may try to buy me one of those arms to put it on there where I can swing it around or something. The problem I have with where I'm standing right now is I can't really drop anything from directly over my head because the garage door goes up that way. So I'm towards the front of the garage. So the camera stuff I have hanging above the laser is okay because it's far enough past the door. But where I'm standing right here in front of the computer, it's not going to work. Although I could clean up on the other side of the laser and just roll this whole workbench over there that's got the computer and stuff on it. That would work. Maybe I'll think about doing that. Sean says, installed Lightburn last night. The nice thing is I can work in Corel and send it to Lightburn using a macro. So making the switch from RDWorks was easier than I thought it would be. Yeah. Yeah, so far, Sean, as you probably know, I really don't do any design work, or what I call design work, in Lightburn, just because I'm not used to it. So I'm still using VCar Pro to draw the vectors, do some stuff. Now, about the only thing I do in Lightburn is, I can scale it in Lightburn and do some pretty simple things, add some text and stuff like that. But I just like to stick with using what I'm used to. And plus, you pay for VCar Pro. It's pretty pricey, so might as well use it for something. But while I got y'all here, let's see how many we got. 19 folks here. Let me do a sales pitch for the Makers Rock collaboration thing. I am going to do the Makers Rock collaboration. I would encourage anybody to join me in doing that collaboration. It's a lot of fun. And I even have a little slide here, or a little short video that I'll play and let my buddy Matt Haas tell you all about it.
Makers Rock. That is the largest collaboration on YouTube. And if you have a YouTube channel and make stuff with your hands, this is the collab for you. We make album art, like the vinyl record album art. We use any material, using any technique, create a video of us making it, publish it on the same day, and every participant will cross-promote all of the other participants. Collabs are the best way to grow your channel because other people's audiences will see your stuff and vice versa. There's another twist. It's also a giveaway. And it's different because we give away the stuff that we create. You give away the artwork to someone in your audience. Giveaways are huge for promoting and growing your channel. Come along for the ride. There's a secret Facebook group where all the participants share behind the scenes. Makersrock.com is where you start. Join us. It'll be awesome.
All right. I'm pretty excited. I've already, I talk about, I do the design stuff in VCar Pro, and I tried the album cover that I'm wanting to do. It's Humble Pie. The album is Smoking. If anybody wants to look that up to see what my project is going to look like, you can do that. Most of you probably, some of you may be old enough to remember Humble Pie. I don't know. But that's going to be my project. And I've tried using the trace image in VCar Pro. I tried doing it in Lightburn. And it's just got so many different colors and stuff. And I make some adjustments and I get some of it to look really good. And then I go, but this part up here is no good. So I finally, after spending about a half a day fooling around trying to trace the image, I thought, I'm just going to bring it into VCar Pro and trace it myself using lines and splines and arcs and all that kind of stuff, and just do it myself. So I've spent not a whole day, but a good part of the last 3 days working on that, and I've got it finished, and I'll probably be working on a kind of a test because I don't know how it's going to work. And I'm actually wanting to use, I may end up making 2 or 3 of the same thing because, but with a little bit different technique, because I've got some ideas of how I can do some of those things a little different. And just take a look at it. So I've been running 9 minutes and 15 seconds so far. But I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited to get. I signed up to be in it one other time, and then I got busy with something else. Knew I wasn't going to make the deadline and had to withdraw. So, but this time I'm all in, and you can go to that makersrock.com and find out all the more detail. That video I played. That was just like a 1 minute thing that Matt put together for me to use during my live streams to help promote the Maker's Rock. So, got plenty of time. You don't have to have your project video done until April 28th. Everybody releases them all on the same day, which is kind of cool. And then you give your project away to one of your viewers by however you want to do it. A lot of people haven't put something in the comments and they use a random comment picker or something like that. So, looking forward to doing that. And like I said, we'll probably be out here running a test. I may even do it this afternoon. I've got a, what do you call it these days? A Google meeting, which is actually a Google phone call. Or not a Google phone call. What do you call it? I guess it's called a Google Meet or whatever, where you do a virtual meeting. You got that at 3 o'clock. So after that, I may come back out here and try running it. Okay. All right, let me switch. I guess I'll switch it to this one. And then you won't have to work the back of my head as I pull this stuff out here. If anybody's wondering about this stuff, you know, this is what I was talking about, man. These Omtech lasers are the bomb. I'm not kidding. And it's not just because I'm an affiliate for them, but look at that. It just, that's like, no issue. Look at it. I may have messed up. Yeah, maybe not. Now I'll switch over here. I'm wondering if I messed up because, again, I don't really know. I'm going to have to go back and check the things. But here's the heart. They cut it in half. But it also cut these. At that, I was thinking that it was just when you grade that. Well, it would have been my fault when I didn't set it up. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I messed that up. I think that was supposed to be engraved so that you set these on top and use that engraving for a line. So there y'all got to see me screw up something. I'm going to come over here to let's see, where am I at here? One, two. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Okay, let's see. Back to StreamYard. Okay, so I'm going to, this is what I'm looking at here. I'm going to go back and find see if I can find that. There it is. See, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, I'm not interested in streaming software. Okay, so see how that heart sits on top. So I'm thinking I screwed up in that. Thinking that the other part should have just engraved, so I'll have to go back and fix that. But I've still got lots of drop on that sheet, so I could probably recut those. So let me see if you bear with me 1 second here. We will. We will see. Where am I at here? Okay, let's check. See if there was a file. Now, sometimes they'll have like a little PDF file that kind of shows you how it goes together, but they don't on this one, so it's just that picture. I am pretty sure this is supposed to just have the engraved line on there so that you know where to glue that part. So that's okay. Let's see if we can figure out how this thing. I see how this is. Got these pieces over here. These are the inch pieces. They kind of go on here. So this must go like this. Piece. Like this. I'm guessing this. Yeah, that leaves a little stuff hanging out from the maybe I'm gonna have to do this. Sometimes it's really hard to test fit this stuff because if you do have it where it's not super hard, you have to pound it together, it just will not stick together. Okay. Then, I can't even let go of it. Like that. All right. And these go on there something like this. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I think I got to figure out how it's all supposed to do. It's just I have to recut that. These two door pieces. We can do that. So that would be one more. Yeah. Okay. Y'all seeing it? I'm seeing it, I think. So I'm going to have to go back and recut those doors. Because I just don't. Hey, it's just not going to work. Yeah, they were meant to set just on top. So that was supposed to be a gray line. So I will go back here and change that. Let's see. On the doctor's appointment, Bill's here. It says, hey, Dave, Paul, Sean, always watch your Saturday night show. Never get to see it live. Just happened upon it today. Yeah, this is just a fluke, too, because I normally really wasn't scheduled at all. I just scheduled it about 15 minutes in advance. So Mary says, a little glue can fix it. Yeah, I think, and I could probably glue in those pieces that it cut out, and I don't know. I think I'll just go ahead because I got enough drive to cut these out. See if I put them, so you all can't see. If I take I go back and change that to the gray line. I got a spot right here. I think that's probably. We will get ready to rerun that. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong piece. Okay, so this right here don't know. It's almost like they're saying that is supposed to get cut. Okay, it's this piece right here. That should be, so we'll put that on another layer. And we'll change that to 215 and 10, I think will probably work. Bring this up. Let me save that. Now, what I'm going to do, alright, copy that. New. Paste that in. Now I've got, it's just going to edge that line and recut that piece right there. So, should be good. Let me move this other parts out of the way here. What I do, I think. Oh, there it is. Rubber band. Gotta help hold it together. Okay. Stay a little bit here. Alright, I think I can get by without putting any of those clamps on that. Now, since I don't have a box around this one, move that just a little. Okay, now I'm going to turn this. Let me go back in here where you can see what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this layer off so that it doesn't cut in to start with, because I want to make sure I get that engraved dark enough that I can see it. So let's I'm running that first. that down. I think that need to be going that fast. That should be plenty good where I can see where to glue those other ones on there. So now I'll turn. So now I'm going to turn this one off, turn this one back on. Now we're ready to recut these two halves. Oh, I forgot to switch the camera, didn't I? But it's nearly done. Yeah, Sean's put the, all right, appreciate that, Sean. Look in the chat. Yeah, the first one is that one right there. Sean has posted those links in there, so if anybody wants to check those out, you can check those out. And again, remember that they are, well, you probably want to check them anyway, but they're made for 3mm thick material. So if you're not using that, you're using something else like I am, you will have to scale it a little bit or adjust it the other way. I guess y'all can tell the larger subscribe sign that's right over there. That's the one I ran during Laser Distractions last Wednesday. And I got it completed and painted and glued up, so it came out fine. And I have, if anybody wants the files for that right there, I have those on my website, free for the taking. Okay. That, I believe, is the correct way. Because now, these little lines, line up. As you can see, just a little bit overlap. So the box is closed. That. So, yeah. So if you do go get that file, Sean put it in the chat there. sure you set those lines to not cut on this. And just think, there we go. Yeah. So I think that's going to work good now. If you are one of the super cool people who will be joining me tonight for the Laser Distractions live stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, hopefully you will get to see these two projects all finished, not only glued together, but hopefully have a little spray lacquer or something put on them, and probably paint that like that one thing that had the pieces of the heart painted red. I think I'll have time to do all that and get it finished up before the other live stream tonight. 3 HP in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Well, I guess, let's see, what have we been on here? About an hour and 17 minutes. So I guess I will go ahead and get off of here. Like I said, I got a phone call appointment thing at 3 o'clock, so, and I haven't had lunch yet, so I guess I'll go in and fix myself something for lunch. Get ready for that phone call. Well, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. Hope you had fun watching. Like I said, y'all got to see me make a mistake because I should have caught that before. I kind of ticked at myself that I didn't catch it. It happens. It took all of 2 minutes and 26 seconds plus whatever it was to etch that in, which was probably less than 30 seconds. So it doesn't take anything to fix your mistakes when you do make them. So, all right, there you go. There's the link to the subscribe cutout. It's on my website. All right, well, I guess, like I said, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It's a lot more fun than just fiddling by myself. Having somebody hanging around watching stuff. It says, it's only wood trees grow every day, contrary to what you would think. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good one. Let's see, I don't really even have an outro. I guess I could just hit it. I'll play my my channel member outro because I do appreciate all the folks that have support the YouTube channel by becoming channel members. And those are the lucky folks that get to watch the Laser Distractions live stream tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So thank y'all for hanging out, and we'll see some of y'all later tonight.